But let me ask you first, Mello, is it okay if I work on you today? Would that be all right? Here's a really tight spot. It's C4 on the left. So I'm going to just hold that for a minute. Just rub it really softly. How does that feel? I'm going to breathe a little bit. So that was the lumbars first. Here's the sacrum. May I get this one for you if I'm very gentle? Got it. All right. Thank you for the kisses. The happiest part of my day. Hi everyone, we have Mello here today, and Mello is 9 years old, and if you couldn't tell by looking, he's a bunny or a bunny rabbit, and he's had some troubles in the past 2 years. First it started with his right rear leg, and then more recently, April 1st, his left leg started to get weakened. He's had some muscle loss, as I feel, down the spine, in the hips, and sometimes, sometimes he has trouble getting up, but once he does get up, he can walk a little bit. It's interesting. Rabbits have the same amount of bones in their neck as humans, and cats, and dogs, and horses, and giraffes, which is 7. We all have 7 bones in our neck. Now, rabbits have 12 thoracics like humans, and they have 7 lumbar bones, like 7, like dogs do. Horses have 6 lumbars, and humans have 5. Now, there's anomalies, but for the most part, that's true. And bunnies also are part of the Chordata phylum, and also part of the lagomorph order, which include hares. Now, hares are a little different. Hares actually are born, for the most part, with their eyes open, or within minutes, seconds, their eyes are open, and their fur is already kind of pronounced and ready, and within even hours or minutes, probably more minutes, a hare can get up and start bouncing around a little bit. Now, bunnies usually are born with their eyes closed, like in a blinded fashion, and they're kind of slick, and they need to be nurtured a little bit before they get up and move around. So even though they're in the same classification or order, they're not the same that way. And so Mello is having a mellow moment, as we can see, and that's also how Mello got his name, because Mello is just a chill fellow named Mello. That's my little rhyme. Now, rabbits are also really cute when they're kind of happy and expressing themselves. Besides hopping around, they can do kind of like, well, dogs will do what's called a zoomie, and a rabbit's version of it is called a binky, where they're hopping and then they do like an extra kind of hop and a jump, and it's very expressive fun. But up until pretty recently, Mello was able to do his little binky bounces, and that's so sweet. And as you can see, he selects this hip, and this is a hip he's more comfortable on. And he also is curling to the right. And with humans or animals, we also call that an antalgic lean, which means you lean away from the discomfort, or you lean away. Algia means pain, so you're leaning away from pain, you're curving away from it. So we don't we choose our positions. So he's choosing this as the best possible choice. So he's such a lovely little guy. Notice also on rabbits, the eyes are on the side of the skull. They are prey animals, and so they need 360 degrees of vision. And the reason I'm tying that into this is because if a neck is stiff on a horse or a rabbit or someone that needs to be hypervigilant of their surroundings for survival, then it's stressful to the little rabbit in this case because it hurts to turn to the left. And so we're going to make sure we can ease up any of the muscle tension on the left so he has better range of motion and can relax into the ability to have vision of his environment. And so so sometimes, even though like he has more rear end issues, meaning the legs are a little splayed out and he's lost some muscle tone there, we definitely want to look at the neck, because even if we could ease some tension in the neck, giving him more range of motion, even if it's only 10 or 15%, that can make a big difference to his stress levels. Now in his case, because he has a great mom and owner named Dee, he doesn't have to worry about being fed, and he doesn't have to worry about safety because she takes great care of him. But innately and intuitively and through evolution, they still are prey animals, and they do stress when they don't have this maximum range of motion that is whatever capable at each age. So I'm going to start up here at the atlas. Remember, there's 7 bones. And the left atlas is a little tight, and so I'm going to do the lightest little flick, and I think I'm going to transfer it to my pinky. But let me ask you first, Mello, is it okay if I work on you today? Would that be all right? Maybe I'll touch your ears first. How does that feel? Okay, I'm going to do a little ear rub on you. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do a little work on you. How's that sound? I'm going to come in here with my pinky, and he has the left superior atlas right in there. Got it. And I felt it move a little bit. Let's bring your head this way now. Okay, baby. Good. Now I'm going to come down your neck. Here's a really tight spot. It's C4 on the left. So I'm going to just hold that for a minute. Just rub it really softly. How does that feel? I'm going to breathe a little bit. I'm just going to hold that muscle. Okay. I'm going to drop down to C5. I'm going to go a little lower into C7, which is under the shoulder. Then I'm going to come to the anterior cervicals, like right in here. A little tight in there too. I'm going to come up, check the little shoulder, down the arm. Feel the little bones in the phalanges. This is the elbow here, shoulder, scapula. You have a very nice scapula, little shoulder blade. I'm going to come down the back, follow his spine, little by little, checking everything on you, Mello. Melly Mel. Okay, very gentle. So remember, there's 12 thoracics and 7 lumbars. And now I'm down at the first lumbar. So the thoracolumbar junction is a little tight on him too. And I'm actually feeling more on the right. I thought it'd be more on the left, but a little more on the right. So slightly right, L1, right of center. And I'm pushing from lateral to medial. And from dorsal to ventral, we're back to belly. Is that okay? Now we're getting into some tight muscles here. So I'm just going to hold this and put this for you. It should feel good because I'm just giving you a little back. Okay, and now I'm here. The top of the sacrum. Here's your little pelvis. Little tuber sacralis. The ilium. Base of the sacrum. I'm going to do a little adjustment on the sacral base with the tip of my thumb. Got it. Okay, boo-boo. Very soft. Now we're checking the left hip. Rubbing into the muscle. I'm doing sustained contact like this. Like I'm doing to my thumb. But I'm doing with this finger. Okay, little Mello, you're a good boy. I'm going to come down a little lower now. Here's the little leg, little femur. Here's the femur up into the femoral head, hitting the hip socket, the acetabulum. Little leg, a little tibia, little tarsals, metatarsals, phalanges. I'm going to bring this leg in and stretch it out. Okay, that one hurts a little. Sorry, boo-boo. Let's try it slower. Take your time with this. Okay. I'm going to take it and I'm going to also adduct. No, abduct. Bringing it out a little bit. Oh, sorry, baby. Hold it. There you go. That's a good spot. I'm going to just hold it there. I won't take it anymore. Okay? So the reason I'm abducting it, bringing it away from the midline, is because your tension is pulling it towards the midline, tucking you under. Then your feet splay out, so you're getting a big torquing. The next spot I'm going to contact is your Iliopsoas muscle. So I'm going to reach my pinky in, see if I can find it on you. There it is. Do you feel that? Okay, that's your Iliopsoas on the inside. Okay, that should feel good in a way. I'm holding you in at abduction, contacting the Iliopsoas. And now we take it extended again. You should get a little more length. Look at that, come straight out. Beautiful. Good job. Nice extension. You're such a good guy. No wonder why everybody loves you. Okay, I'm going to do a little forehead rub. That's what we're going to do now. And then a little ear moves. Beautiful. Okay, you're such a good boy. Such a sweetie. Such a sweet guy. Now I'm going to reach under and get your other hip. Is that okay? Left hip might be a little tender. Okay, so now I'm under like this. So this is under the left hip and this is over the right hip. Okay, there you go. What a good guy you are. You've been watching my videos, haven't you? Okay, right there's a good spot. So I'm actually contacting, what's really interesting is I'm contacting the sacrotuberous ligament, which runs from the apex of the sacrum to the ischiotuberosity on the pelvis. And that one is really nice sometimes to give therapy to the pelvis and the muscles. So I'm past the glute in that little gap and massaging. So interesting here while I'm doing this here, look up at me for a second. So rabbits, when they're males, they're called bucks, just like a deer. And females are does. And babies are called called kits or kittens, like kits. So I guess to me, you're like a little kid because you're still a little baby, like a little boy, right? You weren't ready to get up. But he would be a buck. He'd be a little boy, a little male. A lot of people don't know rabbits are called bucks or does. But that's kind of cool, right? You're a buck. Okay. Let me go back to the spot I was just on, okay? May I? Okay, so I was holding the left side of the pelvis and then doing a sacrotuberous kind of contact point. But you see it's energizing him a little bit. He's perking up a little bit. Okay, rubbing this. I do want to get a little adjustment on the sacrum. So that was the lumbars first. Here's the sacrum. May I get this one for you if I'm very gentle? Got it. All right. Let's get that leg under. Do you have any pellets with you? Even one pillow would be good. I think I only got 2 pellets for you. Let's do one at a time. Nice. You're so cute. Wow. How's that feel to eat a little food right now? Okay.
He likes you a lot because he's eating from you.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he, at this point, he knows I'm not here to hurt him or anything. And I'm finding some of his tender points and making them a little soothed. So that's a little soothing. And I'm going to go under the ribs a little bit. Such a sweet boy. Okay, and I'm going to just check a little more down here. Okay. Working these little bones. Feeling the leg. Let's just mobilize this one more time, okay? You want to get up again? I'm going to just check you while you're laying. Okay, I'm on your little left hip now. Okay. Can I pick you up a second? Would that be all right? Hey, baby. How's that feel? It's nice to have you up close. Okay. You feel okay? I'm still touching the chest now. I think we have to be careful not to do too much on you. I've already adjusted your C1 on the left. Do you remember? What else did we do? Then we did the tender spot on your lower cervical, starting at C4, C5, drop down to that muscle knot at T1. Looked at your scapula, your front left leg, your front right leg. We did a little work on your back right because that was your original hip, right? Remember the original one. Found some lumbars, L6, sacral base, posterior. That was one in the middle of your pelvis. Remember we did that one? What else did we do? Then I worked around your hip socket. We flexed and extended your leg, Iliopsoas on the right side. We did bilateral. Oh, we did the sacrotuberous ligament on the right. You almost forgot to tell me. And I also rubbed out your left side of your pelvis from underneath because I didn't want you to have to move. So I reached under to get it. Do you remember that? So I'm just trying to support you a little bit. Okay. You have anything to say? Everybody take a breath. Even if you're home watching this, you should take a breath. Especially prey animals can feel our breath. Sometimes predators don't pay attention. Like your dog might not be watching your breath. Cats might be a little more aware. But prey animals, horses, they watch our breathing. They listen to our breathing. They can sense our heart rate being elevated and the tension that comes with that. That would make them tense because they're always wondering, should I flee now? Should I leave? And it's good to look around the horizon. So watch, he knows that I'm looking at the horizon to make sure everything's okay. And then I can let him know. I'll say, I got it. I'm watching out so you can relax. I'm watching the horizon so you can relax. I got it. Okay. So we're going to end there, I think. Please leave Mello a nice comment. He's a nice guy. And cheer him on. He's a beautiful senior, isn't he? He's a senior buck. Bye.
He's like very like affectionate.
Will he
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, I get little kisses from you. Oh, I'm getting little kisses. Can't believe you're kissing my thumb. That's nice. That's nice. Thank you for the kisses. It's the happiest part of my day. Oh, give me little kisses. Thank you. Okay, thanks, Mello. Wow, this is amazing. Get kisses. Thank you. Here's a really tight spot. It's C4.